Yeah. Now, Billy, a tough night at Office, it must be said down here in Tralee. You're against the team that are actually the All-Ireland favourites. Your assessment of the performance and the night as a whole for your team?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Look, we had 8 or 9 lads who wore the senior jersey for Limerick in a competitive match. So, like when you put those in again, as you rightly said, they had 8 at the start as a player in an Ireland semi-finals in a row, and then any momentum they did at the start. They had 3 off the bench that day at the start. So they were very strong, and the conditioning of those guys compared to where we are, it was pretty obvious. But it wasn't about us. It wasn't about them, I should say. It was about us and what we wanted out of it. And I'm happy with what we got out of it. I thought the lads constantly tried to do the right thing and play the right way. And look, there was no question who was the better side or the difference in the deficit. But I'm not worried about Kerry, I'm worried about what Limerick doing, what we are aiming for. And I'm happy with the effort the boys did, and they never flinched. We had a couple of young lads went in there, and you could see that ability shining through. And so we'll only take what we want out of it. I'm happy we got things out of it.
Patterns of play and kick out strategies, all that sort of stuff. When there's new bodies in, those things can come unstuck a bit. But you liked what you saw from the team. They were trying to do the right things. They were doing what you were asked of, basically.
Yeah, like you look, Tommy is a big loss for us in the middle of the field, and we've got to find. But look, the problem we had tonight was that everyone that's missing was missing because of COVID, or let's say in Cormac, Keane Sheehan taking a break from the club and not back until next week. Keane is back Friday night, I think, and there's injuries. So that's as strong as we could actually be. We couldn't be any stronger. And for the lads, they never flinched against fellas they're watching play, and they're way more conditioned than them. And it was us trying to put our best foot forward to be the best we could be, irrespective of what Kerry was doing. So I was happy with the lads. And it's never as easy as just say it. Lads can mentally flinch in those situations, or physically they mightn't put in the hard yards, but not one of our lads did that tonight. And look, that augurs well for where we are at in terms of a county, and that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, the shape of the panel for the year. So you mentioned there you were as strong as you could be tonight because of COVID, but you mentioned you dropped Tommy Child's name in there. He's departed the scene. Is Bob available this year?
Bob's out with COVID. Like the only 3 that are injured, Killian Ryan, Brian Donovan and Gordon Brown, are out with knocks. There are 1 or 2 others with knocks that they're rehabbing at the moment, but they are affected by COVID. So Keane Sheehan and Corbett are resting, just getting recharged the batteries, which is really important when you go for long. You can't tell us 12 months of the year. So everyone else is affected by COVID. So that we had what we had.
Yes, you're happy enough. The panel, a good strong panel. You've obviously every year you're going to lose a couple, no matter what the case may be.
Yeah, and that's what we've got to do in Limerick. We've got to accept that. We've got to try and help lads understand that playing at the county, there's a lot more to get out of it than medals. If you go back over the years, people who captain All Ireland winning teams. So it's about what you can. What's going to help you as an individual, as a person first and foremost, and as a player, and you want to challenge yourself against the best, and they're the matches they want to be playing against the players they want to be playing against. And if you have any ambition, what you do in the sport will feel and reflects what you're going to do in life. So that's it.
Be interested to hear your thoughts on the shortened season in terms of that the inter-county is first. It's something that maybe a long drawn out 9 or 10 month inter-county season may not have appealed to a lot of players, especially in inverted commas weaker counties. But is the way the format that they seem to have stumbled upon, do you think that should appeal to players and that make things a bit easier for players?
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, first and foremost, it's all about the players. That's the first thing I'd say, because look, players are going to be expected to play still a long period of time, because when they leave the county scene, they're going back to their club straight away. And you take someone like Newcastle who played here only 2 weeks ago. So it has that for some teams that are going to be successful. So it's really important that fellas like me realise that and give these guys breaks when they need it, you know what I mean, to refresh, to charge the batteries. So there is that element of it. From an inter-county management point of view, in this situation when they're getting 6 weeks to prepare for the first round of the league, it's not as easy, but it is what it is. It's true for everyone, so it's good for us, it's good for everybody else. You just get on with it, but it's that bit more difficult because clubs now will have more of a run into their championship, because they can have any amount of weeks. They can go back in March, prepare for July. You're not going to have that in the county, but it is what it is, and we just get on with it.
And looking ahead to Sunday, just find one for me. Looking ahead to Sunday, what do you want to get out of that game against Tipperary? It's such a quick turnaround. People would say you need at least a week between games at this level, but it is a quick turnaround. You're going to have to shuffle the pack somewhat.
Yeah, I hope to shuffle the pack as best I can. I've got to take advice from Adrian in terms of where lads have played tonight, where lads are coming back from COVID, some fellas who've had it. some lads who haven't trained, like the big thing, you just don't drop a fella in out of the blue now at this level because you risk injury, and you know, all codgers like me might find that a bit difficult at times, but that's just the way it is, and you have to protect the players, and you have to have them. We want lads from the 29th of January on, ideally like to get them games, but it may not be possible, so look, we've got to balance that as best we can, you know. That's the way to do it. We'll have a look at it. I think we've some names in for the programme tomorrow, which is a bit of a stretch, but look, we'll worry about that tomorrow.
Well, you're in 6th year now as manager, and you know, all along your thoughts have always been about progress in the team, and regardless of tonight's result, is progress something you have seen since last season, bringing the new lads in, and is it something, you know, you're looking forward to season in Division 3?
Yeah, well, I suppose in the last, prior to this year starting, the last 3 years there's been year-on-year progress, I suppose. You know, it took a while. The first year I had a lot of the experienced players that were there from the previous management. Then a lot of them and fellas didn't want to come in, so we had a team in 18 that just took a bit of time to strengthen up and build. So we had to mind them, and we minded them, and they started picking it up in 19, 20, 21. So look, we've lost some big players. You know, there's 7 of them gone that have been, you know, and look, I'd like to thank them for their service to the county, because this is a huge commitment to play at the county at whatever level you're at. And there's no point in telling other people it's 7 days a week, and mine is 3 nights in the training ground. It's 7 days a week for players, and anyone that's involved will tell you that. So look, we've got to thank people for their efforts, and it's not for everyone, because you know, some people value other things in life, and we've got to respect that. But look, some lads like Shammy Cal, Partick Scanlon are giving great service to the county. Tommy, Danny, Dave Conley's had to take a year out because of exams and do that. Cormac Roach has got a personal situation, and that's important, really important, and we support him 100%. And Just Ack is just assessing where he's at. So look, there's all genuine reasons, and for me it's about the person, and if there's big things going on with people, we've got to respect that, and you know, if they're value to us, we have to value what they're coming to the table as well. It might be suit me, but it is what it is, and we've got to value these people.
Finally, like, is it nights like tonight, you know, where you're talking at 9 o'clock at night and lads to travel home to Limerick, West Limerick, wherever, and work in the morning? Is it nights like this that you think, you know, that you really do see the dedication of the lads in the squad? That
Yeah. We've done a Tracy rushing out from work today, like he texted me during the day, I'd say he could be late. You're right here at 6:30 and he's coming in there and he's giving his best. Like, you know, these are the unseen things that people don't see. And if you're travelling from Master Sullivan from Mitchelstown to get here tonight, Master Sullivan was the second fella in the door after me. I was only walking in cars when I came over. So like the commitment is huge, and the effort these lads put in. And you know, it doesn't always work for fellas. They don't always play well, but this, that, and the other. But the effort these lads, and they've got to be respected. I don't care what county you are or who you are. You know, the effort these lads put in is phenomenal. Like, it's phenomenal.